On Thursday, February 4th, 2021, members of the U.S. Marshals Capital Area Regional Fugitive Task Force, with the assistance of the District of Columbia Superior Court Special Response Team, were conducting an arrest operation for fugitive Donta Green. Green was wanted by the Baltimore City Police Department for armed robbery and attempted murder. While clearing a residence associated with Green, members of the SRT began taking fire from an individual hiding in a closet. The Deputy U.S. Marshals returned fire, striking the shooter, who was later identified as Green. A task force medic rendered first aid, but Green was later declared deceased. Weapons were recovered at the scene. So as I stated previously, weapons were recovered at the scene. One Deputy U.S. Marshal was shot and seriously injured. The task force members evacuated him from the scene with gunshot wounds to the University of Maryland R. Adams Cowley Shock Trauma Center. The Deputy U.S. Marshal is currently out of surgery and receiving critical care by the wonderful staff at Baltimore Shock Trauma. The entire U.S. Marshal Service family paused this morning to pray and hope for a positive outcome for our Deputy Marshal and his family. The injured Deputy Marshal is a member of our Special Operations Group and a veteran of the United States Marine Corps. Due to privacy and other concerns, the U.S. Marshal Service will not identify officers involved in the shooting before the conclusion of all investigations into the matter. The shooting investigation will be conducted by the Baltimore Police Department. I just wanted to say thank you to the Baltimore Police Department and to the Mayor's office and to the Shock Trauma for all of the support that they've given to us. I want to thank Chief Brandt and Chief Silverman and Assistant Director Smith for just all the support that the Capital Area Regional Fugitive Task Force has received today. And now I'd like to turn over the dais to Commissioner Harrison from Baltimore PD. Sir?
Thank you and good afternoon. Our thoughts and prayers are with the U.S. Marshal who's now recovering. We certainly pray for a full and speedy recovery. Special thanks as always to Dr. Scalia and his team for the work they're doing, and thank you to the U.S. Marshals for their partnership. We can confirm that the warrant was obtained by our detectives for 30-year-old Donta Green. Mr. Green was wanted on a total of 19 charges to include attempted murder, armed robbery, and handgun violations. On Saturday, January 30th, Mr. Green fired at BPD officers at a grocery store in the 5600 block of the Alameda. Since then, our warrant apprehension task force have been actively looking to apprehend Mr. Green. Their investigation led them to the home in the 1400 block of North Mount. Mr. Green was deemed a high-risk fugitive, and our detectives were assisted by our federal partners, the U.S. Marshals. After knocking and announcing themselves, the Marshals made entry into the home, where they were encountered and were fired upon by the suspect. Marshals returned fire, fatally wounding the suspect. One Marshal was struck and is now being treated, as you've already heard here, at Shock Trauma. It goes without saying, going after violent offenders is one of the most dangerous jobs in America. Yesterday, we lost 2 federal enforcement officers, and several others were wounded, and our thoughts and prayers are with them also. Once again, our thoughts and prayers are with the Marshal and his family, praying for a speedy recovery. I turn it over to our Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Commissioner. And first, the entire city of Baltimore's thoughts and prayers are with the Deputy Marshal. We wish him and pray for a full and speedy recovery for him. Again, this is a very dangerous situation, and we have to remember that we will be going after these violent criminals, but remember those who are going down and trying to track those folks down who want to recklessly act with firearms in our city are heroes, because we know that people are not always going to go in an easy way. We want to also pray for everyone impacted, the families, the community that's going to be traumatized by a situation like this. But be very thankful to Dr. Scalia and his team for their work as always. This is an incident that we just had this weekend, and it shows how proactive the department is being in going after those who are recklessly acting with abandon with the safety of their fellow Baltimoreans, and it's something that we will not tolerate. We again want to make sure that we keep in all of our thoughts and prayers with the Deputy Marshal's family and wishing a speedy recovery. And I'll turn it over to Dr. Scalia.
Good afternoon. We are, I guess, here doing this one more time. Just before 7 this morning, we admitted a U.S. Marshal with a torso gunshot wound. He was quite sick when he got here. We got him rapidly evaluated and into the operating room. We are done with his surgery. He is up in the intensive care unit, but still on life support. He has gotten and will continue to get the 150% that is the Shock Trauma Center. We're very hopeful, but you just never know. It's just too early. I'd really like this to be the last time I have to walk up here and do this, but that's not likely to happen. It's really, it's a little bit too much. Thank you.